Okay, let's jump into a topic that feels like it's moving at, well, warp speed. Artificial intelligence.
Definitely. We've been looking at some really fascinating insights,
Yeah.
especially from Yuval Noah Harari.
Right, the historian. He offers such a unique way of looking at what AI actually is and, what its incredible growth means for all of us.
Absolutely. And our aim here is to kind of cut through the hype, understand what this thing really is based on the material.
And the core idea that really stood out for me was Harari calling AI potentially more alien than artificial.
Exactly. It's a powerful framing. And realizing that understanding information itself is just crucial to making sense of AI's impact.
Alien, yeah. Not little green men, obviously, but just fundamentally different from how we think and operate.
Right. And the speed. You mentioned that Harari pointed out, didn't he, that back in 2016, AI felt like this tiny, distant cloud.
Yeah, and now, 2024, it's a full-blown storm. It's just exploded.
And it's not just automation, like programming your coffee maker. That's just following instructions.
No, this is different. AI, as Harari describes it, it learns, it changes itself, makes its own decisions. It can even invent things by itself.
That's the key. Imagine that coffee machine sort of watching you, deciding you look tired, and inventing some new espresso blend just for you. That independent action.
That's the alien part. It's inorganic intelligence. It's always on, doesn't need sleep.
Unlike us.
Yeah.
And that puts this immense pressure on human systems, right? Like the example of financial markets maybe needing to be open 24/7 because AI traders don't clock off.
So, okay, this alien intelligence,
Yeah.
what's it processing? Information. And this is where, for me, it gets really interesting. Harari argues information is like the absolute bedrock of human society.
Totally. Think about our superpower. Cooperation. Huge
Yeah.
numbers of us working together. How? Through information networks.
He has that great analogy, look from orbit. Dictatorships try to centralize information flow, like Putin or Kim Jong-un.
Whereas democracies, ideally, have decentralized information. Multiple centers, Washington, New York, LA.
And historically, you couldn't have huge democracies until tech like the printing press let millions kind of talk to each other, share information widely.
Right, which connects directly to now. The current crisis for democracy, Harari calls it an earthquake, because new information, tech, social media, AI is shaking that very foundation.
And this flips the script on the idea that just having more information is always good. Harari really pushes back on that.
He does. He says, look, most information out there isn't truth. Truth is often, well, expensive. It's complicated. Sometimes it hurts.
Whereas fiction, it's cheap, it's simple, often much more attractive.
Yeah, the example he uses is powerful. The image of Jesus, probably the most reproduced face ever, seen by billions.
Yet it's 100% fictional, visually speaking. But it's incredibly potent information that binds people together, for good or bad.
And you see a similar dynamic with social media algorithms. Their goal was simple: keep users engaged.
And they discovered, uh-oh, the easiest way is pushing buttons, greed, hate, fear.
Exactly. So the system floods the world with negativity because that works for engagement, even if it breaks down actual conversation and understanding.
And, okay, maybe the post-truth thing isn't entirely new, but AI algorithms making decisions about the information you see, that feels
Yeah.
different, more powerful.
It's a qualitative leap, definitely. Even a relatively simple AI reshaping our reality based on what keeps us clicking.
Now, we should be clear, there's huge positive potential here, too.
Oh, absolutely. Healthcare, making cars safer, maybe even tackling climate change, massive upsides.
But the alien dangers, Harari doesn't seem too worried about, like, Terminator-style robots.
No, it's more subtle. It's the rise of AI bureaucracies. Systems making millions, maybe billions of decisions about us.
Loans, jobs, who gets flagged in court, maybe even military targets, decided by algorithms we might not understand.
The classic computer says no, but on a massive scale. And if we outsource these crucial decisions,
You risk creating what Harari calls an autocratic diaspora. These dispersed, automated decision makers you can't really appeal to.
right? Plus that other unsettling idea, data degradation. What happens when AI mostly learns from other AI-generated stuff, getting further from messy human reality?
Could lead to just blandness or weird echo chambers. It's hard to say.
And this power aspect is crucial. We see authoritarian regimes already using AI for control.
Like the example from Iran using facial recognition to enforce hijab laws almost instantly, fines via SMS, cars impounded. That's direct AI control.
It is. But interestingly, Harari notes AI also kind of scares dictators. not because of democratic revolution.
But because they fear a powerful subordinate they can't fully control, an AI that might manipulate them, like Roman emperors fearing their own generals.
Exactly. And then there's the unique U.S. angle. The possibility of AIs gaining legal rights as corporations, maybe even influencing politics through donations. That's a whole other power dynamic.
So humans cooperate through information networks, that's our strength. But AI might understand and operate within these networks, finance, logistics, maybe better than we do.
And globally, we're struggling to cooperate on regulating AI because we humans don't trust each other enough.
Well, paradoxically, some people might start trusting the AI more than other humans. That's a weird twist.
It is. And history is full of examples where we try to solve one problem and end up creating a bigger one, like the agricultural revolution. We need wisdom here.
And Harari emphasizes the importance of trust, not just between people, but in institutions, courts, police, even basic things like sewage systems.
Right. That London cholera example, trusting the system, allowed for solutions. Undermining that basic trust in how society functions, that opens the door to authoritarianism, not freedom.
So with all this information swirling around, how do we find clarity?
Harari talks about needing an information diet, maybe even information fasts, treating junk information like junk food,
Makes sense. Being mindful of what you consume mentally.
and practices like meditation or other ways to just quiet the noise, digest information properly, connect with actual reality. He sees those as vital.
Essential tools for clarity, really, when you're facing this overwhelming flood.
So the big takeaway seems to be, information isn't the same as truth. Truth is hard-won, it's rare, it's precious.
And it's the foundation for real knowledge, for wisdom, for building good societies and living meaningful lives.
Exactly.
So given the tsunami of information and AI increasingly shaping what we see, here's the final thought for you, the listener. How will you actively, consciously invest in finding and connecting with what's true in your own life?